Welcome to Unified Media Dropping Gems Podcast. Let's get
it. Unified Media Podcast, Teamwork and Community, Season 4, Episode 6. We begin this episode with touching base on this specific topic because they say teamwork makes the dream work. What qualities do you look for to add to a team? How long does it take to establish a great team? Can you actually build business alone? The benefit of creating a community on social media, and so much more. Like and share this video to those who will find this information useful. Tune into the show once a week, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live on YouTube, where we have raw, uncut, open discussions that can range with insightful and educational information across the board. Other episodes will include past and current events, trending topics, conspiracies, personal journey, and so much more. We also invite special guests to shed light on who they are and what professional industry they are in. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, email dropingemspodcast@gmail.com with your name, business, industry, and social media info. Hosted by yours truly, J.R. The Truth and Aki ONTL Dewan. Support the show by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. Yep, we here, Aki. I'm going to go straight into this video. This is Teamwork, a powerful motivational clip. Check this out.
All right, number one, teamwork. Write that down. Put that in your phone. Number one, teamwork. Let's go. Teamwork. Teamwork. Now, I'm an MJ fan. I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I respect Kobe to life. I wasn't really studying Kobe on that until Kobe passed. I'll be honest with y'all. I thought Kobe was a ball hog. Right? Anybody else in the room other than me, raise your hand. You thought Kobe was a ball hog. I thought he was a ball hog. Seriously, I did. I thought he was a ball hog, right? All right, write this down. Teamwork, 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 teamwork. What Kobe said that blew my mind, Kobe said, I saw you in practice. Why would I pass the ball to you? I thought Kobe was a ball hog till I read the quote. I'm like, Kobe, I owe you an apology. Kobe said, I watch you in film sleeping. I watch you in film dozing off. I watch you in film not paying attention to coach. I watch you in film on your phone. I watch you in practice. I saw you in practice. I saw you in the real game. What in the world would make you think with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter and we down by 10 to the Boston Celtics, what would make you think I'm about to pass you the rock? Have you lost your mind? Have you seen me in film? I got there before Coach got there. Coach left, and I was still there for an hour. When we lost to the Miami Heat, I was still in there practicing while the rest of y'all was in South Beach on the beach having fun, while the rest of y'all was drinking and with girls, while the rest of y'all was on the beach acting like we won. While the rest of y'all acting like we won. We lost to Boston in the regular season. We lost to Miami in the regular season. We might have to play them in the doggone NBA title. Y'all sitting here playing. And Kobe took the same exact shot. 3 hours. Kobe was in the Miami Heat. He was in Boston. He was in the Garden for 3 hours. He shot not 20 different shots. He shot the same shot over and over again that he missed. Because he knew he was going to get a chance again. He said, I ain't going to mess up the next time. Why would I pass you the ball? Some of y'all crying because you ain't getting time. What makes you think you deserve time? Just because you made it to the team? That behavior got you here. That behavior ain't gonna take you to championship. That's not championship behavior. So number one, teamwork. I want you to find the person in this room that is the model. I'm talking about, he is the model doggone practice guy. He's the model 120. He don't quit. Where is he? Talk to me, point to me. Who is that guy in this room? Who is that guy that he get there early, he leave late, he listens to the coach, he play every doggone down, he don't play no games? Who is he? Here's what I need y'all to do. I ain't gonna be deep. I need you to find out exactly what they doing and do it. How many games y'all got? I need you to play like them for 12 games. How many practices do you have? Don't do that. You need to know the number, and you need to know the hour, and you need to know what the assignment is, and you need to do it just like they would do it. Somebody answer me. If we practice like they practice and play like we play, what's gonna happen this year? One more time. We're not gonna get deep today, baby. We're gonna keep it 100. If we practice like they practice and we play like they play, what's gonna happen this year? Somebody, I like that answer in the back. Say that again. We're gonna have a team full of dogs. And I guarantee you, they ain't got a team full of dogs. They got some dogs, but they ain't got a team full of dogs. Champions are not a few dogs. Champions, Kobe didn't have a bunch of dogs. That's why Kobe said, I gotta carry the rock. If you look at Michael Jordan didn't have to do that much. Why? Because he had Scotty. He didn't have to do that much. He had Rodman. When he went 72-10, Rodman said, you ain't never gotta get another rebound. You focus on shooting. You focus on going to that hole. I don't need to shoot. I'm gonna give you 2 chances, 3 chances. Rodman said, Jordan, listen to me, Scotty gone, he hurt. Scotty gone, I got your back. Don't worry about Scotty being gone. I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna do what Scotty does. And they went 72-10. No NBA teams have ever gone 72-10 and won the NBA title. I'm not better than them. I just get up at 3 o'clock, then I put up 1 in the morning, then I give you 1 in the afternoon for lunch, then on your drive home, I give you 1. I'm not the best. I'm doing stuff they ain't doing. Separate yourself. You playing against other teams and you doing the exact same thing other 18-year-olds doing, other 19-year-olds doing, other 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds. You're doing exactly what they're doing. Separate yourself. I got on the plane. I'm still doing middle schools. I'm still doing elementary schools. I'm still doing high schools. I'm #1 in the world. I'm still doing a free program in Michigan State every day, every Monday. Why? Because I'm separating myself. This summer, I put out free stuff for kids for 3 straight months. Separate yourself. 3 people, honestly, right now, tell me what you're going to do this year to separate yourself from everybody else that's doing what you're doing right now. Talk to me.
What are you going to do? Give me 3 things right now, chat. Give me 3 things right now that you're going to do to separate yourself from the pack. I'm going to start off and I'm going to say 1. I want to be more consistent with utilizing my time better to produce more. I want to utilize the morning to produce at least 1 piece of content. And I want to make sure I push myself harder in the gym every time I go, whether it be another rep, another set, or go heavier. That's what I'm gonna do. We were noting some things in there. Find out what they're doing and do it. Practice, 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 and apply it. 1 goes down, we pick up the slack. I got your back. Separate yourself. How does that resonate with you, Aki?
Those are kind of the 3 things that, that'll help me separate myself. Practice, 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 and apply. Just, more practice and applying, things that are progressive. That's one of my things. And 2 would be managing how do I say, me more so is like managing my plate, you know what I'm saying, or my task assignments and stuff like that, be a better handle on managing that. When, time management is key. Not that I don't have it or I can't do it. I've been doing it probably for the last whole year or so now, with even with all of the things that gets thrown at me, I still kind of manage to have time to do everything that I need to do when it comes from homework, schoolwork, spend time with the family, podcasting, trying to work out, teach the kids, show the children, give examples and things of that nature. So just a little bit more managing, and then creating a little bit more boundaries. Those would be my three. But
Love that.
definitely practice, and applying is one of the key things that that I'm trying to, get better at and do better.
Yeah, I love that. I did it. I did it this morning. Shout out to Fallon, Jackie, Nora, locked in, and thank you, Fallon, for giving us this topic of discussion today. We're definitely going to touch base on certain things that Fallon was feeling
Mm-hmm.
and why she wanted to speak about teamwork. But before we get into that, I wanted to really quick, just real off topic for 2 seconds, just to before I forget, and just give you guys some quick gems. I was in, if you're into crypto, I was in my portfolio, and in this crypto portfolio, there's a section for the stock market, and there are 4 companies that are leading the way in AI and driven technology. And if you click on stocks and you go to holdings and you click on baskets, let's see, explore whale. It lets you explore whale baskets, which means it lets you explore Warren Buffett's investments, Nancy Pelosi's investments, Bill Gates' investments, and the leading legendary investor who is the CEO of NVIDIA.
Mm-hmm.
258% in the last year if you invest in these 4 companies. So you do the math on that. If you just threw $1,000 into that, that's one gem I wanted to give you. So definitely look into that on crypto.com. And if you're interested, I'll send you the referral code for that. I don't have my money in this just yet, but I plan on taking out the money that I do have in another basket that I have, because I was doing crypto earn, which is just another term for yield. It works almost like a yield savings account. I earn interest, either 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. Once I move that money out and it's unlocked, I'm going to shift it and put it into these 4 companies and let it do its work. Another game I want to give y'all is if you go and use ChatGPT and you type in, the best 10 to 15 digital assets to invest in before the bull market comes, go crazy on those 10 to 15 digital assets and throw $50 into each digital asset if you can afford to. Because when I did that, I had 22, 23 digital assets. I reduced it down to 15. And when I reduced it down to 15, what ended up happening is I removed some that I didn't need, obviously. I put in some new things into my portfolio, and one of them so happened to be a cryptocurrency that ended up shooting up over 430% this week, Aki. So your boy made a quick $200. Money making money.
All right, that's how it's supposed to go.
Absolutely. But that's the gems I wanted to give. Let's get right into this. Man. They say that teamwork makes the dream work. What does that look like for us, Aki, in conjunction with what you're carrying on your plate, with what I'm carrying on my plate? How do we gather those 2 tables and make our team work to create the dream?
Like I said in there, it's a team. First, you got to look at team. Team is, it means being on the same side and having the same mission. If you look at teams, everybody has a role and position to play. to do their part. One,
Mm,
and then team, but we're on the same side, and our goal is to get across to the other side. Our goal is to, raise the awareness. Our goal is to bring more, become more successful. And how doing so is, again, like I said, everybody playing our part, and first and foremost, understanding your part, or what your strength is that you can bring to the team.
mm,
A lot of times what happens is, you know, like I stated earlier, I'm not that good at managing a big old project, right? But I'm good at facilitating a lot. I'm good at expressing and explaining things in a different way. I'm good at communicating in a depth of understanding.
mm,
So you get what I mean? So it's like, and when I do my part well, everybody wins. Those who have the position, or who are in position, who can put together, or gather people together, and get people, what I'm saying, to listen. You have that one person who's good at gathering people together and sitting them down. That's that, what I'm saying, that works, because then now, here it is, you're going to go gather all of the eyes and attentions that we need. Here it is, you bring that together, and boom, now here it is that we have an audience to talk to. You have different people have different positions, and in order for, again, like I said, in order for it to really work, is everybody has to just understand their position and role. Everybody is a CEO and a boss, but everybody is not the boss of one company. Everybody is the CEO and boss of their position at the company.
mm. Love that, Aki.
Because
You did highlight, my bad. You did highlight um the notion of somebody being able to get kind of gather the troops, so to speak, and put them all in one room, right? I noticed that that's a strength of mine, that I'm able to pinpoint the strengths of others, right, and put those strengths together to work at a project, see a project, build a project, release the project. And it's because I'm also good at communication, even though I don't get the same communication back sometimes, but I'm also good enough in communication where it's like follow up after follow up after follow up. You know what I mean? Just to see where the progress is going. You know what I mean? Because some people, unfortunately, need to hear it multiple times. Fallon mentioned here in the comments, she goes, I like when one is down and others pick up the slack. Jackie goes, if everyone tries together, yes, but if people don't work together, it fails. To be a team, you work together, not against each other. Um, but yeah, you guys are totally right. You know what I mean? And I think, me as the position that I'm in, what I like to do is I like to seek leaders in others. And once I see you as a leader and you have the qualities of a leader, what I then do is find out, okay, they know how to lead within their bubble. Now, what is it that do I need them to lead on? You know what I mean? What is that? What are the tools that they have that can be sharpened daily, that they can apply and manage? So, like for me, when I see Fallon, for instance, she's a leader in our community. I know that Fallon is someone who knows how to manage people well. She knows how to articulate information. Um, she's good at following up and and seeing projects through. Uh, Jackie's good at is good at scheduling. Um, she's good at also networking. Um, her patience is thin, but I think we're all at a point under our business, under this umbrella that we're creating. Our patients are running thin because we've came together to apply ourselves, right, and to pour into these creators so they can succeed, and nobody's doing anything with it, right? So it's not necessarily the company and the people that are in leadership failing the people, or our mission is failing. It's just that we have all the right tools, all the right leaderships, all the right systems, all the right formulas, but we have to put it in front of all the right people. And when you put it in front of all the right creators that can take the information and apply it, that's when you start to see progress within business. They say that business fails the first 2 years. And I agree, because I'm living proof of it right now. I did 2 years. I did 2 years of community service, of building a community that was not in conjunction of business just yet. I was just building community. I was building a nest. I was building a safe haven. I was building an aura and energy. The minute I converted into a business, the business has been running for 9 months. I'm going on 3 years of live streaming. And what I realized, Aki, is the minute I shift from community to agency, 90% of the people that were part of my community are no longer here. They're no longer here. 90% of the community are no longer here. It's now new people in position wanting to be a part of the business. They see the vision. They understand the mission statement. They see the quality, and they understand that when I succeed at a certain level, we all succeed at that same level. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the back end works for us in pertaining to TikTok is, if the creators are doing well, we get rewarded for it. And when we get rewarded for it, I do something that no other agency on the app does. I provide more incentive. You do well, you hit your goals, I have a special incentive for you, right? To the point where sometimes Fallon feels like my incentives are, I have so many and I have so much to offer that sometimes I even get lost in the incentive. But I found a way to keep everything in order where I can keep up with it and I don't overexert myself, to be able to maintain the ship and be able to support those who do reach their goals. This is where the community part, I'm going to give you the pros and cons of what I've witnessed within the past 30 days because it's fresh. On the business aspect of it, we've lost key creators that used to produce at a high level. We lost them for whatever reason. So now we're back to people who are part of the community, per se, like they're comfortable with, the day-to-day, checking up on each other, going into the Discord, seeing how we're doing, leaning on each other for advice. Chulo, welcome in. Michelle, it's good to see you. Logan, how you doing? Leaning on each other for advice and just trying to figure out how to get through our days without losing our peace, so to speak. That's the community aspect, the safety net, right? We'll get more people tuned into the Discord, Aki, than we do the live streams now. Blows my mind, which is not a good thing and not a bad thing neither.
Yeah.
Then the pros is now we've made room for better quality individuals. I thought this was a TT thing.
That's my fault. Yeah, I was looking at.
What's up, man? No, this is YouTube. This is podcast, Bubba. But now what we're seeing is we've lost the individuals that perform, right? Which hurts the business and the numbers and the goals. And now we're left with the people who just enjoy the community. So how do I carry the spirit of the community and get back to doing business? Because this part, Aki, they're not going to be able to produce. It's just what it is.
That's
There's a few diamonds in the rough that have the potential, but we kind of have to hold their hand, so to speak, and keep egging them on, you know? So, what I want to ask you and what I want to ask the chat is, how do we grab what's current and what's failing, so to speak, and turn it into something special where we can recover? What does that look like for you, Aki, as somebody outside looking in?
mm.
Think about it.
I mean, you did say you said earlier, when getting rid of or some the people that did leave, they kind of that were producing, they kind of did that, and so it hurts the business side. But those who are in the community or enjoy it, I think it's about giving people to time, like you said, like encouraging and encouraging, but also giving them time and everybody finding something that's more comfortable with, um, too, and then continuously recruiting or finding, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still got to find somebody, you still got to get or communicate and talk to people that's going to actually start producing and stuff like that, whether they have a small setup or not. But in order to like again to kind of like band-aid it or put it, get everything back together, it's I personally don't see it because of how things is in the world. Everybody has something outside of trying to do the business
Mm-hmm.
that's hindering their creativity or
Mm.
their
You think
ability to see themselves in a creative way.
so you think that there's an outside force or an outside source or an outside situation that is hindering individuals from being able to see themselves producing at whatever level they think they need to produce in.
Right. Right. And a lot of that too could be just the pressures of what they've already witnessed. So, like,
Mm.
I'll give an example on how this is what I'll use me as a as the example and how it is when I go into new jobs or positions, right? So every time that I get or I work for another company, for the first 2 months of me starting off, I'm in the back. Don't work with me, head down. I'm working. Don't talk to me too much. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Everybody's good and stuff like that. But I'm in the back. I'm watching everything, seeing how who's operating, what operates, how this works, how that works, where I can do what I can bring forth in, how I can slide in there. That's what I'm saying. That's for like the first 2 or 3 months. And then after that, once I find where I'm comfortable at in it, is kind of how I start. And then little by little, everything starts to build. And then you start communicating, asking more questions about this. How does this work? Going instead of being what I used to do was I would always find who was a great communicator in leadership and ask them or find out how can I help them or what do they need help with or make myself available for them to kind of just like, hey, I'm trying to get underneath your wing. Are you going to let me? And that's kind of how it is now. Like we're in this new space and every day seems like a new challenge is coming. Right. And
Mm.
for some of us, we have outside sources. When I mean outside sources, I mean like personal things about ourselves that we haven't fully, healed from or haven't fully understood yet. And so that hinders creation and creativity because that's a blockage. And with that blockage, it makes you become a little less confident, less proactive, and not necessarily willing to see the work, to put the work in. You understand it. It's not that you don't understand it, but that step, that confidence has been dropped so much that it's going to take some time to build it back up. And it's,
Mm.
put those little small things in there. And it looks like, hold on before you go. And what I mean by building it back up, everybody's perspectives looks different based on their current situations. and so sometimes it's even harder uh when you dealing with what you got going on and still trying to commit to something else, and you're not as productive in it because of what you got going on. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It just goes back to figuring out how to manage the whole thing. But that would be that would, as from what I see, is, look, it seems to me as if those who were producing before or were in it and doing what they were doing, they either had a hidden agenda, or they just outgrew what was going on here already.
right. To answer that question, it was definitely more hidden agenda than outgrew.
I
Um,
figured that too.
because when they first when these creators first started, most of them most of them weren't in the position that they were in when they left. So we gave them the tools that were necessary to grow and foresee. I see MH is saying stuff like, and he's hitting some things on the nail, and I wanna mention some of these things. So MH goes, let me move it up. He goes, it's always going to be people that outgrow their come up and switch to being their own people, unfortunately. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that you outgrow what's being provided and you do your own. What I ask is, if you're going to do your own, remember where you started, because we can do more powerful things together than we are separate. Just saying. You got to find up and comers, but that are going to always want to stay. They may find a better deal. I'll tell you what, MH, if you knew the incentives I was offering, there's no company on TT agency wise that's offering what I'm offering. And I wish we would have been able to keep Cassie. For perspective, Luca got traded for a used set of napkins and a bag of chips. He sure did. You can't be married to the idea that people you build are going to stay. Definitely not. I don't attach myself to that. If anything, the door is always there if you think you can do it on your own, or if you can start from ground zero, or if you can find a better deal elsewhere, right? Um, but if I can put it in basketball terms for MH, I probably see myself I probably see our community more so like the Milwaukee Bucks. We got one year, and we in rebuilding stage the next year. Right? That's the best way I can probably put it. We
And a
got
lot of times
one
that
year,
happens though.
and a lot can happen in a year, right? And I'm not going to say we lost our star player, because we haven't lost our star player. We still have some gems. We still have some gems that can perform. It's just a matter of just getting them to perform, right?
So what you
And
what
we
you
have
what you have is you have bench players that haven't had enough play time, or built had enough practice time in practice, that you can utilize or continue to help building in game time. So just so
absolutely,
that's what you're trying to say, Aki. I get what you're
absolutely,
saying.
absolutely. Um, but let me piggyback off of the description that I mentioned. How long? Oh wait, before I get to that, what qualities do you look for, Aki, to add a player to the team? What are some of the qualities you look for
Mm,
to add a player to? Let's just use music terms. What do you look for to bring them to out of nowhere the label?
it's I got to be wild. Out of nowhere the label is and this goes for anything. You just your individuality and authenticity has to stand out. That's the only way you're going to be able to get picked up by anybody who understands value, because they see that, and they see that, if you got something that's different, or you got something that especially I don't do, or I have knowledge of but can't really focus on and do, but you got it. Boom, you know what I'm saying? There you go, because you have something that you stick for. And it's crazy you asked me that, Aki, because I had to sit back and think about this. I was thinking about this probably like the other day.
Mm,
I have a lot of skill sets. I have a lot of skill sets, but I've mastered none.
mm,
I have a plethora of knowledge on skills, but have not mastered none. So what do they call those people? A jack of all trades,
jack of all trades or Renaissance man?
a renaissance man, right? And I noticed that about me. But now it kind of how I'm feeling with what's going on in today's world, it necessarily makes me feel a little stagnated in the sense, because yeah, I have all of this knowledge, but because I have not mastered one, and I can't focus on trying to master one. I looked at myself in that manner. I can't focus on mastering one, so I understand that. So now it's kind of like how you are, Aki, sitting in a position where, okay, I've mastered myself. Now let me go and see how I can help you master
Master.
the version
Uh,
of you that you want to master, this version of you that you want to master, this version of you that you want to master. You get what I mean? Like, that's, to answer your question, that's kind of how I see it too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's how we're together here in Unified Media, or I'm here now because you've seen that same thing in regards to, there's something about me, specifically me, that is a big deal and a value to this community. I may not fully be the communal man, but you understand that I bring this portion. If you didn't have me in this aspect, it wouldn't feel or occupy and be the same. You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's to answer your question. That's how I would look. You have to be you have to be able to do something that is either, that you only can do, or that you're a little bit better than me at it. So now I can allow you that space and opportunity to continue to grow in there. And it takes me away to go and focus on this over here and that over there. So
Three,
that's
qual- and I love that answer. Um, because three qualities that I look for in an individual to add to the team is, one is loyalty. That is probably the hardest thing to find these days. Loyalty. Very, very difficult because, you know, people can be with you for a year, 2 years, 5 years, and then life happens, right? And in some case somebody falls off, or the fire isn't there, or they're not inspired to do anything, or they go a different route, different industry, and I wouldn't take nothing away from that, uh, for somebody wanting to do something else, but if I can get 2 3 loyal bad motherfuckers that I could build an empire with, because within my vision of my empire, the way I operate is I'm helping you build your empire.
right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, but what I've realized, Aki, is that, and let me go back to these three qualities before I get into this. But it's loyalty. Would be one for me. Um, Two would be having having the quality to build your own ship. Like I want you to be inspired by whatever inspires you when we work together, and it pushes you to build your own ship. Because when you build your own ship and you build your own nest, and I build my own ship and I build my own nest, and we come together, we can do even greater things,
Yeah,
more special.
they're bigger. They're bigger
Yeah,
impact.
a bigger impact. Thank you, Aki. So loyalty, leadership, and a third quality to add to the team would be, I'm always looking for individuals that have strengths and things that I have weaknesses in.
Yeah,
It reminds you have to because it's the only way you're going to be able to create your pie. In order to have your pie and everything on it, and for it to work, you need everybody that has the strongest ability to do one certain thing, and you put those things together, and you have good business. Welcome in, and thank you for everybody that's tuning in. So those would be the three. I would seek the strengths.
balance.
Yeah, to get the balance, I would seek the strengths where my weaknesses are, loyalty and leadership qualities. Um, and what's happening now, Aki, if I can be transparent with everybody that's in the chat that's here, whether you're in the community, the agency, or just tapping in as somebody from outside looking in, like MH, who is associated with the fam. One of the things I'm realizing though, Ak, is that I'm about to flip it up. I'm about to flip it on its head. And what I mean by that is like these last 3 years of live streaming, I've poured into people and it's an investment in myself, but I poured into people that are no longer here. When is it time to now pour into myself so that way I could reach certain levels and certain status quos so I could come back and pour back into the people that have stuck with me? Because that's where that's where I feel the shift is about to happen, Aki. Instead of me spending time and time and at time after time after time pouring into somebody else's cup, let me focus some energy pouring into mine so I could reach a certain level of influence to be able to come back and pick up Aki, pick up Fallon, pick up Jackie, pick up Aaron, pick up MH, pick up these people that have the potential, Delaney, etc. Pick up these individuals that I know that are going to do something with what I've been able to create. Does that make more sense for you?
No, that makes perfect sense, Aki. That makes perfect sense. I mean, if I'll put it to you like this, I'll use me as the example. If I was doing what you were doing, pouring into everybody, I would have been getting complaints from my cup and what I got going on because I'm pouring too much over here, not enough over here into my own, right? And so I'm happy that that is something that you're, really going to truly get focused on and things of that nature because it does help. You know what I'm saying? It is. I'll put it to you like this: it's always good. What they say is always better to give than to receive. Yes. However, it is never okay to not have your hand open to receive either.
Yeah, because I felt, and I don't want Jackie to take this the wrong way because I'm trying to understand. Because I know you have to start at the bottom, but if you want to support, you got to support the people that support you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I agree. And I'm sure she's probably not even speaking in terms of what I'm saying because she knows where my heart lies and where my support lies. But I would be spending more time pouring into my cup to reach a certain level. So when I come back, when I come back over here, I have even more to offer and more to support.
But and then I was nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's you're saying the same thing that I just said earlier in regards to me. I am a jack of all trades. I have mastered none. You are in a position where you have been giving, and you haven't got to fully remaster yourself. You have to remaster yourself again in the level you at in order to come back and continue to keep giving, because you need more. Your cup, you had a hat. You had a foot long cup. Well, that foot long.
the cup is empty, Aki. The back end is looking rough right now.
hey, you know what I'm saying? And now you just need a bigger cup now to continue to, you know what I'm saying, to continue to fill up. And that's what you're doing. You're expanding your cup and go inside of it now for you to go back and, pour here.
Right.
And look, this is what happens. So when that bigger cup is filled, now all you got to go back and do is start filling up the other small cups until you reach your halfway point. When you get to your half of a cup now, and then now you're still at my cup is halfway full. Let me go refill it back up again.
Powerful stuff. And I want to take that and go right into this. How long does it take to establish a great team? Once you have all the pieces together, the team isn't doing their own battles. They got to do their own thing on the front end. That's why I mentioned them all just doing boxes together. Right. There needs to be what he's saying here, Aki, is that he feels, because he's been analyzing the space for us, and I appreciate him analyzing the space. And this is the gem he gave us. He feels like people are too comfortable and they be in each other's streams instead of doing their own separate thing, getting uncomfortable and doing things that they normally don't do to then grow their own individual pop, to grow their own individual support. They're constantly in each other's streams doing boxes, or they're constantly battling each other with no support.
Okay, I get you. You know what I'm saying? Me, I look, you know, I don't. TikTok is still,
Yeah,
I
I can say
understand, but it's not
right,
foreign
right.
to
So
me. It's not foreign to me.
I'll break it down into like basketball. What he sees is like you got the players, you got the players not playing. Now you can't use basketball because basketball is more team effort. I'm
Yeah, no,
trying to
no,
think
no.
of a
I get
sport where,
so the only sport,
yeah,
the
I'm trying
only
to think of a
sport.
sport. I'm trying to think of a sport. Okay, all right, let's go to video games. Let's do video games.
Mm-hmm.
People are comfortable. They live stream and they play Fortnite all day, right? They play Fortnite all day with their friends, with the same people. But in order to be Kai Cenat, they don't want to go play Call of Duty with the best of them, and they don't want to play NBA 2K with the best of them to expand as a general gamer. They're stuck doing the same exact thing with the people that they're comfortable with. I'm just gonna play Fortnite.
But then that goes back to what I said earlier. When you have people who can't who are comfortable or who are in a space where they're still in the process of trying to heal to see what helps them or where they can fit comfortable to grow at, they don't know that, and nobody's giving them a good understanding, or they're not seeking it themselves to
Mm,
understand or want to. You know, people get I'll put it to you like this: complacency is a result of distraction.
mm,
So and what I mean by that is you can be complacent and comfortable with certain things because of things that have already distracted you away from what you want to focus on. So a lot of times we are in times now where it's hard to focus on you, and if you've never been a person that had taken time to focus on yourself, you don't know how that looks, you don't know what it feels like, you don't know what it takes. So in wanting to focus on getting yourself are growing and getting better, you have to make the internal decision, and like he was saying earlier, get out of that comfortable bubble and space like that. And a lot of times, what's going to, like, to answer your question when you asked earlier, how long does it take to build a team? Well, that depends on the individual's efforts, not the
mm.
team. Not the team. It depends on the individual's efforts.
Wow, wow. So what you're saying, Aki, is that you can have all the right players, right? You can have all the right players that have the strongest strengths in their individual pockets, bring them together, but they still won't be a great team unless they all individually put in all the right effort.
To be a team. So
But be a team.
so if you got Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, Steph Curry, and let's get who else? I need somebody. Let's say Kevin Durant, right? You got they all on the same team. These are all
In
individual superstars in their own.
USA.
Yeah, these are all individual superstars in their own perspective worlds and what they do and how they do. Putting them together and trying to get them to work as a team, they have to be willing to work as a team. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and if I go up and shoot this three, boom, I know Curry can shoot a three. I know KD can shoot the three, and I know LeBron can shoot the three, and they all can shoot a three-pointer at 50 yards out. You know what I'm saying? 50 feet out. Who but
You just gave me the game. You just gave me the game, Maki. You
so
just gave me the
yeah,
game.
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So if I'm KD and I know I got that wet, right? But I'm being guarded. I don't have a problem saying, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna be able to make this three, but Curry over there, I know he gonna make this three, and he open. Get it to Curry. Every two plays, I'm switching off. All right, these first two plays, boom, boom, boom. KD, I'm scoring. Boom. The next two plays, we gonna open it up so Curry can keep it rotating, and you're gonna keep the team having to figure out who the best player is or who gonna be next, who gonna do what. Keep it rotating. You know what I'm saying? And now you got LeBron over here. Hey, we need more backboards. Hey, all right, let KD and LeBron go and collect all of the backboards, and then leave Curry and whoever else I said out to shoot the threes. Boom. Oh, we need more outside game. Okay, keep all of the big men underneath the basket and let all of the small men shoot the threes from outside. Boom. And then and the reason why we keeping the big men under the basket is so we can get those offensive rebounds. So we can, you know what I'm saying? We can keep control of the ball in case we miss it, but we taking our shots. So that's what I mean. As a team, you got to be able to, we all strength and great at what we do in our individual things, but together, how can I help you and you help me with what we are able to do internally? We both shoot 3-pointers, but one of us shoot 3-pointers better than the other. It don't matter that we both shoot 3-pointers. If one of us shoot better, one of us got a better accuracy than the other.
And I love that you broke it down like this. And what we could take from this team for the ones that are tuned in is, think about this. When if we all go into a live stream, right? Let's just use Fallon as an example. And we have all 30 of us who are active in the Discord, all 30 go into Fallon's live stream. What we're essentially doing is, one, we've already created the perception that Fallon is popping.
Yep.
30 people in the room. And with that 30 people, what are we going to do? This is where Aki's play comes in. Where's our tappers? Boom. We know who our tappers are. Where's our sharers? Boom. We know who our sharers are. Where's the ones that take care of her not losing her frag? We know where they are. Where's the ones that throw heavy? So that way we can complete the frag. We know where they are. Where's the ones that got the big supporters that could come in and throw a gift on the boxes? There they go. Where's the one that can come in, sit in a box, and bring even more traffic? There they go. So what we have to do essentially is put everybody in one stream, and everybody utilize each other in a way from their strengths. We know who the tapper is. We know who the sharer is. We know who's the one who's not losing the frag. We know who the one's going to complete the frag. We know who the ones that's going to bring in the guy that's going to sit in the box and bring more traffic. Now it goes from 30 to 60. We know how to make the room pop. That's what we have to do, team. We have to generate and move together as a pack to make the room pop. The only problem with it, Aki, is that the only time my room's popping is either when I'm throwing a mystery gift, or I'm giving away some money,
the incentive,
or an incentive, or when I have my Real Talk Tuesdays and there's some drama to talk about. It's lit, right? And now I found a third. I found a third one, but I gotta find the energy for it. You seen it today in my story. I was cosplaying. I threw on a wig, some glasses, and a hat, and I started going crazy. And I was entertaining them. And I had the highest viewership and the highest probably support within the last week in one day.
That's crazy. It took a wig and some glasses. No.
It took a wig, some glasses, and a hat, and some good energy. Set it off.
Okay, TP, Tyler Perry.
Entertainment. So entertainment, incentive, and drama. Those are the three facets that I've witnessed.
And that's great to have those things and be able to do those things. But I like what he said right here. He said, for a battle is cool, but every night is as. This is why we gotta. Again, this is why if the community's goal is to.
I see what he's saying.
If the community's goal, if the goal is being in this community is to continue to be a community and withstand the things that come with being in the community, then eventually those who are uncomfortable, or those who are nervous or a little bit not willing to step up yet, eventually they do have to step up or make room for the ones who will, because at the end of the day, like he said, 30 people working, what do you say, 30 people not building a team is what I hear. So 30 people not understanding that the purpose here is to build a team, or to be a team, focus on building you also and providing, giving your strength over there. Then it will take a long time. It will take longer than you would actually think it should, if that makes sense. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
people are their own people. They're comfy, and it's not enough. Yeah, it's comfortability. We all are succumb to comfortability because we all love it. It's comfortable. Comfort is what it is. You cannot get rid of that. You just gotta learn to be comfortable with things that make you comfortable, not
mm,
be comfortable with things that's easy that requires less work.
mm,
So me being comfortable, I can be comfortable in my house all day long, but if I'm comfortable in a dirty house, that don't make any sense.
mm,
If I want to become, but if me being comfortable is me being at home, relaxing and enjoying, but my space is clean, incense smelling good, everything is in place where it go. That's a different form of I'm comfortable. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I ain't lazy though. I'm not complacent. I'm comfortable. And why? It's because I put work in to give me the allotted time to relax at this comfort level before having to get back to an uncomfortable level to come back to my comfort level. You have to get uncomfortable for your comfort and then get comfortable with uncomfortability to continue to be uncomfortable, earning and creating your comfort.
Mm.
So that's that. Yeah, that I know I said a lot, but like again, just be comfortable with working to make yourself comfortable in your house. So if your job is you're going out working and busting your ass, right, to pay your mortgage for your home, and
Mhm,
after you done busted your ass all week and the weekends you want to relax in your home, well, now you have the opportunity to relax in your home. It only takes you a hour or two, depending on what you got to clean up or do in order to clean up, and then sit down for the rest of the day and do whatever else that you want to do, or maybe go do another uncomfortable task that's going to allow you to get comfortable with it. That's going to grow you, right? So for me, in order for me to be comfortable with my family and for my family to be comfortable, it requires my whole family, everybody, to do their part. I go to work 3 days out of the week. My wife goes to work 3 days out of the week. The children are with us 7 days out of the week. The time we spend with them is constant, right? But the two having two toddlers, they ran off a different energy. Having two older children who are kids, almost teenagers in a few years, they run off of a different energy. And it's all about trying to figure out how we're all comfortable. One thing we're all comfortable with when we come in at home is sitting down watching a movie, or sitting down playing board games or video, or just relaxing and being in the same room with each other, but doing five different things at one time. You know what I'm saying? I'll be over here in my room on a computer doing my thing. Wifey's reading a book over there. Children are playing on their tablets or playing with their toys. Babies is playing with their toy. Everybody, we all in the same room, comfortable, but everybody doing their own thing. And it's working because now this piece has been created. And then every so often one may get up and come, now come make it uncomfortable for the other, because now, hey, I want some attention from you, or let's go do this now, let's switch up now. That, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, but creating your comfort. And it requires work. It just
mhm.
requires work.
Now, let me and we can like get into it after the intermission, but I want this to kind of settle with the chat and think about this. Um, it's nice to work hard, right? It's good to work hard. We want to work hard, but what happens for those who work hard and are not seeing results, right? And then you have people who have a gift and a talent and don't work half as hard or make it look easy, and they're seeing results and they're seeing progress, because you don't want to overexert spending time constantly putting in. You know what I mean? It reminds me of, like, for us, for example, even though we understand the vision, but from an outside looking in, they probably think like JR and Aki are crazy. Like, you know, their numbers don't even reflect how long they've been doing it for, right? Why are
Right.
they why are they working so hard and they're not seeing the results? But they're not understanding that what we're doing is we're laying the groundwork and the seeds, and then watering it and letting it grow. You know what I'm saying? And then when we start pumping out all the content, which you've been seeing recently, when we start pumping out all the content, now you start to see the results within that premise. And then that's when you start seeing the numbers different. And even the interactions today
I've seen that.
You know what I mean? That's growth, right? And we're making it look easy today. It looks good today.
It's what's crazy that I've noticed. I want to mention to you, Aki, in regards to that is, what I've noticed is there's been a few of our videos that, and no comment on it, but it's been shared. It's been shared. It's been liked and shared. So somebody has sent it to somebody else to go, hey, check this out, or I like this is what we talking. Other than me and you sharing, right? Other than me and you sharing.
Right.
I've seen some of our videos go through that. Matter of fact, who was it? One person DM'd me from a video, you know what I'm saying? They responded to after the video responded to it. It's like, hey man, I've been seeing this content on there. I didn't know y'all had a podcast. Y'all do it every Sunday. So I had to tell them, hey, tap in and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been seeing that. And that goes
planting the seed. Planting the seed. With that being said, everybody take a good couple 5-6 minutes of a quick intermission. Get your drinks, get your bathroom break. This is The Power of Teamwork by Eric Thomas. Check this out. We'll be right back after this short break.
You stuck. I don't care how talented you are. You stuck. You're working hard, and that's not what you need to do. You need to be recognized by the right person who's going to elevate you. That's your prayer. You ain't got to be no doper. You've been trying to be doper. You don't have to be any doper. That's not the problem. The problem is you need somebody to discover you. Hey, man, so what I want you to do for me every day is ask the prayer. God, show me my butler. Not the baker, because the baker forgot about my man. He never remembered. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the baker. You know what I'm saying? My man ain't remember, man. You want the butler. We're going to move forward. And one of the ways to move forward is you can't have a bunch of people in your life who hate you. You can't move forward like that. You can't move forward when everybody in your space is bitter. You can't move forward like that. You got to move forward. You got to have some optimistic people in your life. You got to have people in your life that trying to elevate you. Like they not trying to get elevated and then elevate you after they get elevated. They trying to, like, their job is to elevate. Does that make sense? And you praying the wrong thing. You want to stay in relationship because you're in relationship. No, you need to get around some people who going to look at you and go, you dope. And I want to help you get to where you're supposed to be. You dope. And you can't get there on your own. Does that make sense? I told y'all, everything changed for me. Can I get that water real quick? Everything changed for me. I don't even remember what year it was, but everything changed for me. When CJ said, I'm going to make you a household name. My whole world changed. I've been doing what I've been doing all my life. I ain't changed. Am I lying? 89, 90? I was doing this on campus. I always done this. I just had nobody in my life who said, I want to take your dreams and make your dreams my dreams. I want y'all to hear this now, because it don't mean the people in your life bad people. That's not what that means. They're great people. But you got to have somebody in your life who's saying, I'm going to make your goals my responsibility. I would never be here today if I was just working the way I was working before. I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I was in church and school. I was doing my thing. I tried $200,000 now because he said, I'm going to make you a household name. He never said, I'm going to make you a better speaker. He said, I'm going to take your idea, what you're trying to do, and I'm going to make it like for 40 hours a day, 50 hours a day. I'm going to make it my concern. That's what you're missing. You got to stop. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to stop working harder. You don't need to work any harder. Joseph didn't need to be no more spiritual. He didn't need no more integrity. He didn't need to become a better person. He just needed somebody that had his back. As he was. So that's what you're missing. Come on, anybody, you relate to what I'm talking about right now? Let me just see your hand. You relate to what I'm talking about. So your forward is not you working harder. Your forward is God. Bring that person in my life that's going to make my concerns their concerns. Do you see what I'm saying? Ruth, so you need somebody with the spirit of Ruth. Ruth wasn't on her own plan. Ruth said, and your God shall be my God, and your people shall be my people. And where they bury you, bury me. Or curse me. You need a Ruth. That's your problem. You ain't got nobody that's got your back like that. You ain't got nobody that's looking out for you like that. That's your prayer. 2024, I need a Ruth in my life. I need somebody that's going to tell me, go stay at home while I go out and pick stuff for you. I'm not even for herself. Ruth went out and gleaned for her. Naomi, Ruth wasn't even getting it for Ruth. And in the process of Ruth looking out for... Don't let nobody fool you. You look out for people and watch what happened to you. Ruth was looking for a man without looking for a man. And when Ruth gave up herself and her self-identity for Naomi, not only did she bless Naomi, she got everything she wanted. She got a man, some money. You just need a Ruth. You just need a butler. You just need somebody to open up the door for you. So you stop working that hard. You're doing too much. You stop praying like the Lord is forsaking you. You're doing too much. You're not asking for the right thing. Now you want your butler. You want your Ruth. And I know what it's like to have those in my life. God has placed those people in my life. And as a result of it, I'm not here because of Eric Thomas. I'm here because of Dee Dee's. I'm here because of CJ's. And that's what you're missing. You've been fighting your whole life. You've been fighting your whole life and you ain't got nobody else fighting for you. That's your prayer. You're going to wait on God. Who's ready to go forward? Come on. Am I talking to anybody who's ready to go forward? Who's ready to go forward? So listen to me. Somebody in this room, I'm about to hurt you. Well, CJ hurt your feelings. I'm just repeating what he said, so I'm going to put it on CJ. It's easier that way. Some of you are supposed to be the Ruth. Some of you, but you're trying to be Joseph. You're supposed to be the butler. Some of you supposed to be the butler. You're trying to be Joseph, and that's why it's not working out. So humble yourself and get in your role, and don't let nobody fool you into thinking that when you go. Can I tell you something? When you the butler, trust me when I tell you, Joseph was put in charge of all of Egypt. If you the person that put him in that, you like two. You two, because you're the one you got to do is the one that's looking out for you. Is that all right? Come on, is that all right? Forward. Don't let this world distract you and don't you be doing this world stuff. Pay attention to what God is doing through me. Don't just watch what I got. Listen to what I'm telling you. One of the scriptures that I live by when I'm seeing all this stuff online, envy not thy oppressor and choose none of his ways. I ain't envying what other people doing and I'm not choosing their ways. I'm doing what God called me to do. I'm staying focused on what God called. You missed what I just said. Some of you, your problem is you seeing what other people do and you trying to do what they do. I'm like, praise God for you. Amen. Praise God. Some of my mentee, I trap. Praise God. He all over the world. Praise God. I'm not interested right now on doing a world tour. I just want to get up and get on the call and bless my people and get back to the rest of my life. I'm not interested in traveling the world no more. I did that before the internet. You missed what I just said. A whole bunch of y'all in here know I was at y'all church doing week of prayers, 4-week revivals. It just wasn't recorded. It don't mean I didn't do it because it wasn't online, and I don't got to redo it so the people in this generation can see it. I did it already. Praise God. We was all over the world. Miami at 18, 19 years old. I was the one, week of prayers, y'all was preaching in church. I was in the hood, the basketball games, preaching at intermission. We've been there, done that. It just wasn't televised. But it don't mean it didn't happen because it wasn't televised. And for some of you, God has asked you to do something and you don't want to do it because it's not going to be televised. You don't want to do it because it's like, well, God, it's not going to be televised. I want everybody else to see it. Isn't it enough that God sees it and God is taking record? Isn't that enough?
Aki, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
I'm glad he said that. You know why? Because he told you exactly what anchors him.
Yeah, I do it for my people and I go home.
No, he said he lived by a scripture. This scripture said, "Don't focus on your enemy and learn not their ways."
Yeah.
He don't. That's
Mm,
that right there says a lot because, and he said, don't be distracted because you
mhm,
see the enemy is set up so many different distractions that are allowing us to be succumb to those distractions and wanting to be or wanting to follow in a lot of those ways when we have already been given our set path and
mm.
direction of where to go, and yet we still trying to figure out how to get to this because of what we see in here. Man, I just had this conversation. I don't remember who I was having this conversation with, but I literally had just had this conversation with not too long ago because everybody is it's like that. Some people just don't know how to humble themselves instead of being and wanting to be and running the show. You just gotta be, you just gotta know it's okay. It's okay if you got Jordan's talent, but you don't have Jordan's skill. It's
Mm.
okay. It's okay to have Jordan's talent, but have the skill of a Pippen.
It's okay
Michael,
to it's okay to be the butler.
it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's
Be the best.
you know what's crazy? Before you go off, Aki,
Go, go,
because you got it. I gotta use it. I
go
gotta
ahead.
use it because he said Butler. If you look at the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, for those of you who know that show, have watched it, grew up on it, or whatever, I grew up on that show. There's a butler in there, Jeffrey. Everybody used to sit there and be looking at Jeffrey. He wasn't the main character. He wasn't Will Smith. He wasn't John Avery. He wasn't. Nope. He wasn't the main character. He was the butler. But
Mm,
this man has some of the coldest comeback punchlines and rebuttals that the family was just like, ooh,
mm.
because he's watching everybody do what they're doing. He's seeing where they could do better, seeing where they could have did this, what can have done. Nobody asks him how he sees it or anything like that. And but he's always there to serve people what they need. He's always right there to give them exactly what they needed. So him being the butler, do you think that he was the butler, or was he the household's family angel? He God? Was he the God of the family in the sense, and I don't mean God, I mean just as a governing aspect of the family, because he was the butler and he was always there to help and assist and give them what they asked for or what they needed.
Oh yeah, 100%. He whenever Phil wasn't around, he was the father figure.
All the time, bro. Jeffrey was
All the
always
time.
the father figure, bro. Like
That's super dope, man. It's
that's
crazy.
the best way that I could always put it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like,
crazy. It's power, and there's power in that for you understanding what the man said, where he said number one puts you in the number two, and
ooh, yeah, he did.
number one puts you in the number two. Number one puts you in the number two because number one is going to take care of number two, and number two is going to take care of number one and the entire when number one is down. Number two
Number
becomes
two
number one.
exactly,
Number two,
exactly.
number two will become number one when number one is down.
And
Because
then
think
go
about
back
this.
to being two.
Let's give him even this perspective, Aki. If Phil would have died on the show or got injured on the show, Jeffrey would have been number one and would have had to take over the house, take care of the house.
Come on now.
Crazy.
But see, that's the now that goes back to when it comes, like you were speaking, when it comes down to the community and how people can work as a team. Jeffrey
Oh,
understood his assignment.
I also want to mention something real quick, Aki, before I forget. When he opened up the segment, he said, "You, you're super talented, but you're waiting to be seen. You're waiting for the right person to discover you. You already got the talent. All of you already have the talent. You just need the right person to see you. So this is what I want to tell the community. We have all the right tools. We have all the right creators. We just got to put them in front of the right audience that's going to support it. That's it, Aki.
That's it. That's it. Like, and look, Aki, and I'm glad you said that because I want to use. I have a friend at work who's he's an actor. His son is an actor. He's in the SAG little thing. He has an agent. His son got an agent. They doing scripts and everything, right?
Bless.
For a long time, he just kept. We both work in Hidden Hills, where a lot of the celebrities and people that we are aspiring to be like or want to be around live at. But again, it's a little different because we work there and do security. So they not expecting us to be fanning out, wanting to be, you know what I'm saying, asking autographs and all this type of shit. Like that's unprofessional to them in that aspect. Right. But this man is an actor. He's talented too. It ain't like he's not talented. And this man been doing, he older than me too, Aki. He's in his 40s, right? And he keeps coming up to me saying, man, hey, man, I'm trying to, man, I don't want to work here no more. I'm trying to get up out of this place. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you got the, he be like, everybody love you, you know, everybody like you, man. I don't see how, you know what I'm saying? Like how you be getting all of this stuff. I just be like, look here, bro. Everybody love me because I'm the nicest person and I don't be like I'm the only security guard here that respects, honors, and acknowledges the people who actually live here. I put away them being celebrities and me seeing them on TV and treat them like normal human beings and with kindness and respect. That's why I'm the number one security guard there. If you ask it, Kim Kardashian herself, the security guards and everybody in her household, bro, and all 4 of her houses in there all know me. That's the craziest part.
That's dope.
They don't know that I do music. They don't know I do podcasting. They don't know I do anything that's in their realm of what they do. They don't know I do any of that. They just know every time they come into their community and they stop by the security office, they see me, I'm smiling and waving and saying, hey, welcome home, welcome back, you know what I'm saying? And speaking to them. I do that. So that's why I get a lot of respect from a lot of them. I told you about the Dan Schneider, you know what I'm saying, little meet thing and stuff like that, right? Here's this man, he's talented. I've seen it. I've watched him. He's like, man, I don't know how to get. I said, look here, bro. You keep trying to wait for these people. You want to talk to Antoine Fuqua so bad to see if he's going to get you and put you in a put you in a movie so you can, get your acting and everything. I said, if Antoine Fuqua knew you was good and talented, he probably would. But because he don't see you doing any of those things, he not gonna know that. Yeah, you can talk to him all day long. Do you know how many people come up to him and talk to him and asking him to try to put them in some type of movies? Now, this Antoine Fuqua is the director and producer of the movie Training Day, one of the biggest movies in the hood classics, right? And so I told him, I said, hey man, look, I said the homie. I got a friend. His name is Anthony Durrell. If you might have seen him, in a few shows. He has some shows on Netflix. He got a show on Hulu that he's been in little small little parts. He's a great actor. He signed to SAG, the entertainment thing too, for the actors. But what I see is he posts his content every day on his social media, and he posts him auditioning for roles. He posts this on his social media after he submits the audition to, you know what I'm saying, whoever he did for. But he's creating the acting real content. He's creating it. But then on top of that, he's working with Big Ja. Big Ja is another content creator who has his own network on YouTube. And they have what this thing is called, they have this series called The Lesbian Homie. And he's in it. I'm telling my friend at work, like, hey, I'm showing him like, hey, this is what he doing. And I've watched this dude. I've watched him for the last year, bro. I've supported him for the last year. And I've seen where he went from and where he grew to just by doing this. Try this. And I told him, he said, he has a son. I'm like, you and your son need to be putting together and doing stuff, y'all own stuff, bro. And I promise you, people are going to tap in and tune into you, that Antoine Fuqua is going to sit there and call you and then realize you was underneath his nose the whole time. That's what you need to do. And just last week, Aki, he told me him and his son are putting together a little script so they can have a little series on YouTube. I told him, I said, hey man, just tell tell me, what you're trying to do or kind of what the theme and how y'all want to do stuff. I'm gonna try to create you some background music. I'm gonna try to create you, what I'm saying, because I'm in school for this. Let me go ahead and now insert myself into what you got going on to help you even more. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because you're in a different position. You have an agent. You have more people that'll look at your stuff than the people that I have will look at mine and know
Right.
that I got. So here
Right.
it is. I'm about to pour into you from what I got going on, and here it is. We both gonna end up winning at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But finally, him and his son is they put together that stuff. So that's what I mean by it. Like, when you understand your role, when you understand how you can do, when you understand where you fit in, here it is. I know how to act. I ain't telling him, hey, use me as an actor. I'm giving him, hey, this is what you could do because I've seen it work with this person and I know it to work. I've even done a little small commercial thing with my brothers and seen the responses just on that. And I didn't say much or nothing. I ain't really say nothing at all. I ain't had no lines in the thing. All you seen was me and facial expressions.
Mm.
But the reaction I got and the people who can see that, sometimes they go back, hey man, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. There's a lot of stuff you won't know I can do because I'm at work. I'm not here to show you that. I'm here to do another job that I'm able to
Right.
do. You know what I
Right.
mean? That there you go. You just got to do your thing. You got to be able to know how to do it, and you got to be able to take wisdom and advice from those or from people that can, what I'm saying, that either one can prove it, has proven it, or is proving it at this time.
Mm. Powerful. Powerful. Powerful.
I like what Pai said. He said, JR, you got to do your thing. You got a solid people, but also people just too comfy just doing boxes with each other. Yeah, no, I get that. And again, after this conversation, I'm pretty sure that everybody will it'll hit them in a minute. Some people will get a little offended. Some people will sit there and feel like they're being attacked. But it's at the end of the day, you have to learn to take accountability and responsibility for what you do. I'm not the best. I'm good at co-hosting the podcast, but y'all don't see me in the battles all the time. Y'all don't see me on TikTok all the time. Y'all don't see me in the community Discord all the time. Why? It's because I'm doing something over here and building what I'm doing over here. So therefore, when I can better serve the community once I'm done.
100%. 100%. And I love that. That goes into this right here. Can you build a business alone?
You can start a business alone. You
You
can't
can
build
start a
one alone.
business alone. You can't build one alone.
You can't. You just can't.
Need a team. Any business that you see that's out, that you go to, that you support, whether it be, Nike, Foot Locker, fucking Academy, a clothing store, Old Navy, whatever that have been around for decades. They may have started alone, but they didn't build it alone.
Jeff Bezos, look, I'm sorry to cut you off, boss, but Jeff Bezos and all of them other men, they started out in their garages with a lot of their stuff, and it was just them until they got to a position where they could add on other people to help start doing the work that they needed to do. Yeah, you can always start a business alone. You cannot build a business alone. You cannot. It is impossible.
So keep that in mind, team. I want you guys to take that right now we're building a business, and we're not. What I'm seeking is individuals that are willing to build this business together, teamwork. Now, I mentioned to Aki earlier, you guys didn't notice, but in teamwork, I cut it into two words, and I put team and I put work. I wanna sit on this for a second, so that way we can clarify what I mean by that. First, it's going to take a team to build this business. Second, it's going to take individual work.
Mm-hmm.
I need everybody to understand that each and every one of you, as an individual, as a creator, as a brand, are going to have to put in the work for your bubble. And then when we meet at the center, whether it be Discord, whether it be Real Talk Tuesday, whether it be a big battle like MH mentioned. That's when we come together and utilize our resources to reach our goals.
Yeah.
The business has the potential, Aki,
Uh-huh.
to earn 6 to 7 figures. I'm holding on to that. That's what I'm holding on to. That it has the potential to earn 6 or 7 figures. How do I take that potential of a business that can earn 6 to 7 and make it tangible? Right? Before we get into that, what is the benefit of creating a community on social media?
It's the benefit of creating a community is the underlying perception of forming the team. So see, building a community, yes, everybody we come together, we have our, we do our thing, we support each other and what other individuals have and stuff like that. But when in building that community, you don't realize that you actually have teams of people, because in a community, if it's all individual people, no family members or anything like that, then that's a different community. But a lot of communities I know have family members, and so those family members have team members on their team. So we all have our own small teams in this community, but now the main people or the main players got to step up and be a part of the company's team.
Yeah. He says here, MH goes, I'm not even proud of that, but I've seen too much of the team just doing boxes and not even spending on each other at this point. And if they're not spending on each other, right? Because there's two things that can happen in this space, where they're comfortable, they're complacent, and they're spending on each other. And what happens when you spend on each other, you leave it in a circle that gets recycled and nobody's winning except TikTok. Or they get complacent, they sit in the boxes and they're not spending on each other, which is even worse. That's even worse because now nobody's earning, right? But that's because individually, no one is producing.
Right.
No one's putting in the effort. So once we get the right pieces to put in the effort, and like I said, we already have the right tools, we already have the right incentives in place, we got the systems, we got the formulas, we have a couple diamonds in the rough. We have to grab all that and put it in front of an audience. An audience on TikTok is the consumer.
Yes.
That's the audience. There's multiple ways to build an audience, right? And I'm gonna break this down. To build an audience on TikTok, Aki, the first thing I want people to do is the free shit. This is the free shit. Like, comment, repost.
That's it.
I've now created a space on Discord where we hop into there, and I tell them for 5-10 minutes, we're all going to like, comment, and repost our shit while we're bullshitting in here. Like, comment, and repost.
That's it.
It's free. That's it. If they can't do that, they're not doing anything else. They're not producing. They're not earning diamonds. They're not going to be able to do shit. They're not going to even be able to apply. They're not going to even want to apply the information that I'm giving them to let's go back to Eric, to move forward. They're not going to do none of that, right? So we're going to like, comment, and repost. The second thing I need them to do is drop a piece of content, one piece of content a day. And when you drop one piece of content a day, I want you to attach it to a TikTok product and review it and drop it. Why? Because TikTok products get pushed. They get pushed out. They get pushed out, Aki. You can I could get a bottle of whatever that's in this cup, talk about it, boom, set a piece of content, and because it's part of the TikTok shop, they're gonna push it out. That alone.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Oh.
I can get some free products, get some free electronics.
I got
anything that you need for the podcast.
I got this the 3D little mirror. I mean, the little 360 mirror thing that you use so you can cut your own hair and shit like that. How about that off of TikTok?
You do a review on it.
For
And
sure.
I want you to test something out. We're going to test this out.
Yeah.
Aki's going to do a review on it, drop the piece of content for 30 to 60 seconds. I'm going to like, comment, and repost on it. And that content, listen, I'm not going to even guarantee, but I have a hunch that it's going to have, analytically, it's going to do better than your last 2 to 3 pieces that you had before that.
I believe that.
Because TikTok is going to push it out. They want you to sell, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, I need everybody. I'm going to write these down real quick. 1.
No, write it down.
Like,
comment,
repost.
Yeah,
it's free, right? There goes 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, it's loading up. Number 2, create 1 piece of content. Create 1 piece of content. Look at this. Can't even spell. Content a day and drop it. TikTok. Hold on. Where is it? TikTok shop products even better.
His comments is high. You can tell it.
He locked in. He locked in. Number 3. What did I say number 3 was going to be? So we got number 1, like, comment, repost. 2, create 1 piece of content a day, drop it on TikTok shop. TikTok shop products are even better. Number 3, niche down. There's a lot of people in the space that don't even have a niche. Niche down and be consistent. Niche down and be consistent.
Yeah, let me give y'all for if any of the community members are in here who's watching who are not producing or don't know what to produce, I promise you this. Get uncomfortable with you get up and brush your teeth every morning. Do a 1 quick video of you, get up, brush your teeth, and speak something positive to yourself. Record yourself speaking something positive to yourself. And then if you don't want to post that, don't post it right away. Wait. Go back, keep reviewing it. See what you like about it. See how it made you feel. See what if you did decide to post it, then know that some people are actually doing the same thing. There's this dude on there. I forgot his name, but I see him on TikTok and on Instagram. All he does is he's cleaning his kitchen, and in him cleaning his kitchen, he just breaks down what type of day he had as a father. That's it. As he's cleaning his kitchen, right? But a lot of times you might hear the kids in the background. A lot of times you don't really necessarily hear the kids in the background, but he's just giving his 2 cents in while cleaning up the kitchen. You can clean up your kitchen and talk. Hell, some people I know get on the phone and talk to their girlfriends or talk to their, people that they friends or whatever and talk about drama. If that is something that you like talking about, which brings up different kind of issues that other people can relate to, you can record yourself doing that. And the reason why I'm saying and giving these ideas, I have done some of these things myself as well. I don't do it on a consistent basis. So that's the only difference between that is that I haven't been consistent, but I'm still, I have a new family that I'm working with, and I'm learning how to manage a family as a man, something I've never actually done, but something I wanted to do. So that's where a lot of my focus is on that. And by next year, you'll see more of me on the internet and streaming, because now I'd be in a place where I can comfortably do a lot more and put my children in. If I tried to do that now, it'd look like a mad show right now, and it'd be funny. I'll go viral, but it wouldn't be a consistent thing, and I'll just go up and then have a big ass drop. So I want to make sure when I do this, it's going to be something that is that I'll be able to do. But the other day, I just recorded myself cooking some steak. I recorded me cooking dinner. I have it on my phone. I haven't edited the video or made it. I could literally make it a post right now and go put it on TikTok, and there it go. So there you go. You have some ideas. There's where you have to get uncomfortable with. That's the only thing you have to get uncomfortable with, is realizing that, hey, just set up your camera in there and clean your toilet off. Talk about hygiene, clean that niches. Yes, you there's top niches that you're going to be able to win in: fitness, finance, and I think it was health.
Health. Yeah. It was.
Those are like the
number 1 is finance. 2 is health, and three. It's well, fitness is on the health, but finance and health.
It's like growth
Yeah,
and spirituality, right? Those are like the top 3 niches
three,
right
and then
now that you
entertainment is number 4, which is the most difficult to break through.
right. But it there you have it. There you have it. And what I'm seeing and what I'm even seeing from other people is they're screaming, they're getting paid for making a video telling you to go create.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit is crazy, Aki.
It literally there I've seen 5 videos of
It's going
different
crazy.
women that was just like, look, all I did was I get up every morning and I just record myself cleaning my motherfucking bathroom and talking shit, and I've been going viral and I just got $1,500 just for doing that.
Yeah, yeah. And that's called lifestyle. But I want to continue and I want to piggyback off what he's saying. Number 4, network in other streams. Very important to network with other communities that speak to your spirit. Same way you found us and you stuck, there's going to be another space that not going to be quite like ours, but they're going to speak to you. Number 5, battle other creators, because when you battle other creators, you might take their support. Number 6, invest in yourself, whatever that looks like. Spend money to make money. Number 7, get creative with your stream ideas. Like he just said, that's a lifestyle stream. Aki, I know somebody named Marty Marr,
I
who
think I know who that is.
he just walks through New York City as a travel enthusiast, has 500 people in the stream, and is sitting in A2 and is getting gifted for being on the bus going through the streets of New York City.
And it's probably because that's his personality. You know what I'm saying? Like he authentically just random doing shit, and it's working for him.
Number 8, support others.
That's a key.
Number 9, expand in other platforms.
Like what's her Aaron? Aaron just said that. She says, I network on Facebook with my side job, plus I share your lives to my people on my Facebook account.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not just sharing on TikTok a TikTok video, it's expanding to her other social platforms, which will then bring them back around to the original content where it was at.
Look at what Nora just said. I'll be working on YouTube for a while. I feel great. I feel a great lead here. She's a professional weightlifter, Aki, doing amazing things. She pushes me every single day. She sends me stuff that she's progressing through her YouTube, and it's inspiring me that she's doing that. Right, I'm excited that she's doing that because what I like about Nora, right, that she does so well is that she understands what she's good at, but she also understands how this space is that important to what she's good at. Because what she does, Aki, is that she's all things health and fitness, right? She's all things health and fitness. But she knows that in this space, she has a leader who's like-minded within that field, not quite as professional as she is, but she knows that I'm always going to put the fire under her ass to keep going and keep elevating and keep pushing and keep working hard and hold her accountable for her actions and be honest with her and give her constructive criticism. Like, listen, if you ain't got people beside you and in your corner that is elevating you to go to the next level, those are not your people.
Nah, that's what he was saying earlier. That's what he was saying earlier, as far as on finding people who coming into the community. It's cool to be in the community, but it's even cooler and better when you are how do you say, when you are building the community, like building the community up, which essentially is the same thing as saying, hey, we have this vision and goal to be a team, to build this community up. And again, in this community, we have small teams. We have a team of individuals who are fitness experts. We have a team of individuals who are nutrition experts. We have a team of individuals who are basketball enthusiasts. We have a team of individuals who can help you with finance. We have a team, like in this community, there can be 5 people who are financial advisors and financially advising the whole team. In this community, we have a team of you know what I'm saying, lawyers. Let's just throw that out there. A team of lawyers, and which was making sure that the community is all, we do everything on a legal basis and status. We have this is kind of where we need the community to start getting to. So who in here, who in the community is good at that? Who in the community is good at this? Who in the community is good at that? So, you know, and this is not, I'm not pressuring anybody on anything. What I'm saying is, if you didn't have an idea, or you didn't understand, or you don't know what niche you can do, or how you can help the community or help the team, this is what this show and platform is. Again, this is why me and JR is having this conversation, so we can give you some of the ideas, but also too being very open and transparent about it. You have to do the work, and you have to not be scared. Don't be scared of things, but don't wait too long either.
Shit,
Don't
I even
wait too
tell them
long.
this, Aki, that if they feel they don't have quite the ability to apply themselves in the information that we're giving them in terms of niches and this and that, we have a recruitment incentive. Go out and recruit the best of the best and bring them into the community, whatever that looks like. Bring the best in this industry in. Bring the best in that industry in. Bring the best, because we want to be a resourceful community that's
Right.
offering valuable tools and information that's going to help people get to the next level.
Right.
And be the only one to do that. I could do that all day. I could do it all day.
Right.
But if I have 10 other people doing it, we multiplying it by 10, we 10x them. And it's at a faster rate.
It goes at a faster rate. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that too. Thank you. You actually, you guys do. I just seen some on in the Discord and stuff like that, and I'm glad that it said that. If you're watching this from the community, again, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I don't want you to think that the community is trying to bash, talk about anything. Sometimes what happens when we have these conversations, we have to tell each other and hold each other accountable for what we do and what we're not doing. So again, JR don't have to tell me what I'm not doing. I'll tell you what I'm not doing, because and why I'm not doing it. And where how you feel about that is just how you feel about that. But again, you may not understand why I'm doing that, but I am. A lot of people in the community know I pop up. I'm out of nowhere the label, so I do things and I come in and I'm supporting all day long.
Subs, throwing me gifts, and
I'm
then
sharing lives. I'm supporting everybody in the box, not just JR.
Say his piece and then gone like the thief of the night. Like Flash.
You know what I mean? That's what I do, because I want you guys to really realize, like, look here, man. You know, if I was able to really do it on a consistent basis to how you guys are able to do it, you best believe, God damn it, I'll be up in there doing that right now. But I have to do it the way that sees fit for what I'm doing and building over here too, individually. So therefore, I could be a bigger and better asset for the community anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't in school and it just was me and my family, then it would be you would see me more on social media platforms and stuff like that. And in a way, I'm learning new stuff with school. I can record myself doing some of my homework sometimes. However, a lot of the things that I battle and face, I want to be able. I don't want that to overspill on things. I'm not trying to create create the perfect little, live streams or create the perfect little space like that. All I'm doing is I want people to focus on what I'm trying to produce and put out versus focusing on my family and my background and what everybody else is doing and not putting it on me. And, that's, to some, that might sound a little selfish, but to me, that's part of the business. My business is not going to be about always my family. I don't want my family to always have to experience certain things from my doing. My people tell me all the time, hey man, you should have your kids in modeling. And my two small babies, they should be models, and my two other ones, they want to do acting and YouTube. Yeah, I could do that for them, but what it costs to give them what they need for their basic needs right now doesn't allow me fully to do that. I have to think about the basic needs and the basic livings for me and my family first. Then I come over to the community and I come over and give my share and help out and stuff like that. When I'm in the community and when I'm in there, I'm talking, sharing with people, doing things, whatever I need to be. I'm in there. I'm active. I'm active when I'm in there. When I'm not in there, I'm just not in there. But when I'm in there, I'm in there. And I don't have to tell y'all that. I've proven it, but this is just me again following up and backing up. I don't want anybody in the community to sit there and listening to me talking and then got stuff to say about me behind my back without addressing me.
Yeah, powerful stuff, Aki. I appreciate that. With that being said, Aki, I heard your little brother Juan Juan is working on finalizing his setup for gaming, and he
Yep.
wants to stream.
Yep.
So I told that boy to join the agency and get with it because I got some information for him, got some game for him, especially for Kick on Kick for the gaming. So I'll let you be the big bro, and I'll let you get that referral.
Yeah. No, I'll keep him up on it.
Walk him through it. You know what I mean? So he can get on board, and we can get Walmart in and
I'm
shit
gonna
like.
I'm gonna get my other brother too, Isaiah, because Isaiah and MJ, they both do gaming too. They all play the games. Like they be playing Marvel Rivals, they be playing all these different games like Fortnite and stuff like that. And Isaiah and MJ, they like streaming too. It just for me, I be looking at them like, bro, y'all of this streaming generation anyway. My youngest, my baby brother is the same age as Kai Cenat, bro.
Crazy, when I saw Kai Cenat on the cover of Time 100,
I seen that.
for the top 100 creators, and they just did it for top 100 creators, bro. Social media influence.
Uh-huh.
When I saw that shit,
It was
I
inspiring.
was like, we in the game. We in the game, Maki. We gonna get ours. We gonna be in that top 100. I'm coming for that shit. Best believe it. We coming for that top 100.
Man, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's facts.
it's
But
gonna
yeah,
be.
I didn't even know that. I ain't talked to my brother in a minute. So the fact that you know that he damn near finished to set it up with his thing, I'm gonna have to get on his head about that.
Yeah, definitely lock in with him, man. I want to thank everybody that tuned in from Unified Media, SoFam, the whole community, the agency who locked in. Hope you got some gems from this.
Hey, wait. Before you finish, Power, sorry about that. I see right here. He said, "Yeah, I love to be a part of y'all doing this. Not gonna lie. Worst case, me as the other guest to yap to."
Well, I know that's going to take some time because we got some other guests already scheduled and locked in. I'm actually going to introduce y'all to somebody new next Sunday. I got to follow up. Her name is Goddess. I met her on Favorited. She's a motivational speaker. She's a mental health advocate. She's build foundations for women who have been mentally and physically abused. But yeah, once we have an open window for you, MH, we'll definitely let you know, Bubba. But yeah, Aki, you know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody who tuned in. This was Teamwork and Community, episode 6. Shout out to the whole space for tapping in. For everybody who tuned in, I hope you were able to have some perspective and gain something from this, so that way you can apply it and move forward. I know a lot of people have came to me personally and have expressed to me that this community has gotten them through some personal things, and that kind of responsibility is and to be able to do that is very, very powerful. It's the testimony in itself. So yeah, stay locked in, stay tuned in. We're gonna keep working, we're gonna keep building, and through the graces of Allah,
You
through
already know.
Yahweh, that we touch the levels that we know we foresee. Aki, it's always a pleasure, man. How do you feel about this episode? Because I
Oh, man.
know Eric was speaking to you.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's a great episode. Great episode. You know what I'm saying? Definitely seen that. We was up to about 8 people up in here. Thank you all for who
Yeah,
all tuned in live and peer that. Appreciate y'all who all go back and see this after the fact.
yeah. Share this out.
Yeah. Share this out with your peoples, man. It's really important, and don't just share it. On YouTube, man. Send a text message if a show resonates with you. One of our shows resonates with you,
Yeah.
or you somebody that you know is experienced something, and one of our shows that you watched it inspired you, or you think would be good information for them. Send it to them.
Yeah, send it to them because we
Share it
got.
with.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Aki. We have a season 4 seasons. We
Yes.
have a topic for everybody, and if somebody is going through it, send them that topic of discussion. Tell them to digest 5, 10, 15 minutes of it, and it'll change their lives. I appreciate that, Aki.
Yeah, definitely, man. No, because I do that myself. Like, I do. Some people ask me at work sometimes, what am I doing? I let certain people know I have a podcast. If in the midst of our conversation, I tell them that, whether they tune in or not, that's on them. But I let them know, like, yeah, I'll be doing podcasting. I'll be on here. This is what it's called. This is where you can find me at. Stuff like that. Because it definitely helps. In the midst of the conversation, dropping gems definitely does a lot. We 4 seasons, and see each season is 10 episodes. So right now we already got over what 30 episodes from those other seasons, 10, 20, 30, 3 seasons of that with different
Yeah,
subjects and topics and in different years, because these seasons were in different years. These seasons ain't all been just in one sitting, one full year. No, they have been mixed from pandemic, right after the pandemic time. Like, I know we got it started. A lot of it got started in the ending of 2021 to 2022 when the pandemic was fairly fading away. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So we got a lot of more stuff that came up out of it. So yeah, send that, check those out, send them to a friend, family member, a loved one, and stuff like that. Yeah, what's up? You got some ice cream? Okay. But great show, Aki. I really appreciate this topic and things like that, man. And been kind of really wanting to, express that as well, because see, I hear a lot of stuff. I see a lot of stuff. I don't say a lot of stuff like
Right.
that. You know what I mean? So a lot of times and that's my character. That's what I'm good at. But I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody either, and I'm not sitting here trying to make myself any bigger than anybody else. I know what I'm able to do and produce and give, and I'm just here to show you there's never no excuse, but there is always solutions to something that you find. So get uncomfortable. This me raising a family, going to being a full-time dad, a full-time father, or a full-time dad, full-time husband, full-time worker, and in school full-time, and still trying to enjoy and still
Woo!
trying to do full-time with my interest in things that I like. That is
Mm.
5 major things that I'm trying to manage all within every day's work. So best believe you me, that
Mm.
is me investing in myself, still
Mm.
finding time to do this, but I'm investing in myself, and I have to do it this way. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Thank you for my ice cream, son. Let me show everybody. My son made me some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? This is sherbet right here. This is sherbet.
That's the sherbet ice cream. Make sure y'all stay tapped in, man. That's Unified Media Podcast Team Work and Community, Season 4, Episode 6. We'll see y'all next week for Episode 7. And stay locked in, man. Like, comment, repost, hit the notification bell. Protect your mind, protect your peace. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir.